Hi, Filter here. Um, I really wasn't gonna do this video, but for the past, I guess, 5 days, it really has dawned on me. And this is about the whole Anita Sarkeesian VidCon Sargon of Akkad debacle. And it occurred to me why Jon and Hank Green have basically sided with Anita Sarkeesian. And I see it this way. And this is my theory of why they did this. I honestly believe that Anita Sarkeesian took those two guys to the woodshed. I really do. I really think that she took them to the woodshed. She probably looked at them straight in the eye and said, "How dare you allow these people in here?" I guarantee you, probably next year, most of those shitlords are not going to be invited back, or they're not going to be going there. Because I get the funny feeling that Anita Sarkeesian would do something like along the lines of, I don't know, sort of like, if you don't do anything about these people, I'm going to basically tell the world that you are nothing more than apologists for harassers and misogynists. I will rain hell upon you for not following my lead. Now, these guys are probably scared shitless because they know that, let's face facts, mainstream media is on her side. At the snap of a finger, she could have a shitload of fucking reporters from almost every outlet siding with her and make these two guys, before you know it, they will look more like Brock Turner after the fact, if you know who Brock Turner is. And that's the scary thing. She could do that. I mean, it just boggles the mind how here's somebody who violates the rules and has the audacity to pretend that somehow or another it's the victim's fault. Let me put it this way: it's it would be the equivalent of, let's say, some guy, he's walking home from work, and another guy comes up to him and starts roughing him up, beating him up, and it's all caught on CCTV. You got the cameras up there. You see him then beating this guy up and robbing him and just kicking the shit out of him. Eventually, the cops find the perpetrator, and then you go to court. And could you imagine the judge sitting there saying, um, well, you were walking in that area, and he felt a little jealous of the fact that you had money, and he didn't. So it's really your fault, and we're going to slap a fine on you, the victim. That's what's going on with this whole thing at VidCon. This may as well be called Gamergate 2.0. Seriously, this is Gamergate 2.0, and the worst part about it is, if this you would think this woman wanted it to die. She doesn't want it to die. Neither does Zoe Quinn. Brianna Wu, I have nothing to say about her because I think she's been in hiding because I think she knows that there's some shit that's going to hit her if she opens her mouth. But I get the weird, strange feeling that they want to keep this going because it brings attention to them. It brings them money. And the fact that there's so many people, in my last video, I pointed this out. These people rely upon a lot of young women's, and even older women's, self-esteem. That's what they rely upon. This is why shit is the way it is. And let's face facts, they're going to keep this up. They want to keep this up. They know they're going to get more money. They know they're going to get more adulation, especially Anita Sarkeesian, a woman who inserted herself into Gamergate, dare I say, along with Brianna Wu. These people inserted themselves. But in the case of Anita Sarkeesian, this woman does not want it to die. She needs it to keep going. And the thing that really bothers me the most is that when somebody basically has honest to God criticism, suddenly they're labeled alt-right Nazis and white supremacists. I have criticism. Do I look like a white supremacist to you? Oh yeah, I got my Aryan outfit on and I'll just go Sig Heil. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And in fact, and again, that's not the part that really bugs me the most. Believe it or not, what bothers me the most is that there's groups of people that believe this shit. They call themselves intelligent. Some of these people went to college, but I think when they went to college, they just went in there. It's like in that movie Get Out, where they just kind of take out the old self and put in something new. At this point in time, we got to rise up. We got to say no more. Again, I it'll be a long time waiting. You know, I'm just waiting for a snowball's chance in hell. But let's face facts. You kind of deep down want somebody in the media to literally call her out. Just call her out right there in front of her face. But I get the funny feeling if that happened, she would up and leave and then claim harassment, harassment, harassment. Yeah, you know, don't give me this stuff. You know, I look at it this way, and I made this point to a friend of mine. Maybe I said it in another video, but I made this point. It's sort of like this, and I kept thinking about the election with Hillary Clinton. And Hillary Clinton, for the longest time, went around saying, "Oh, I'm strong. Ah, I can do whatever. I can do whatever. Ah." And then all of a sudden, when criticism came at her, she's a woman. She's a woman. You can't say that to a woman. I said, okay, so let me get that straight. She's Wonder Woman ready to go up against the Legion of Doom, but then suddenly she's Dale Arden in desperate need of rescue from Flash Gordon. And this is the same thing with Anita Sarkeesian. She's ready to go to battle against the Injustice League and whatever bad guys, but as soon as somebody really stands up and says, alright, suddenly she's, oh, someone save me. And we have enough morons in news media that will do it. And Polygon can kiss my ass. They know, Polygon, to anybody at Polygon, I don't know whether you're going to be watching this, listening to this, but let me ask you a question. How could you blatantly disregard the footage of the multitudes of people who were there who video recorded this, and ignore it in favor of a narrative that this woman produces? How can you do that with a clear conscience? They say mainstream media, news media, is dying. And the people at Polygon for doing what they're doing is one of the reasons why. If it's ain't CNN doing fake news, it's this shit. You know what the truth is, but you refuse to print it. Sooner or later, and I hope soon, that all these charlatans get exposed. Really, I hope they get exposed. I hope there's going to be enough people who will just turn and look and say, you're full of shit. That's just my rant for now. I don't know. Until another time, I'm Filter. You'll have a good one.